Hello, Heroes of Arcasia. Back with another episode of Patch Notes with Henry. Today we're going to be covering the 2 Extreme update, which is the 2nd anniversary update that includes the new Vaulton Extreme Legion raid. We have some really fun stuff planned for the anniversary this year. We want it to be a celebration of the community and a thank you to the players for all the support and passion we've seen. So we have some really fun things coming. So the first big thing we have coming this update, which is actually kind of an event, but we're gonna talk about it as a raid, is gonna be the Vaulton Extreme Legion raid. So Vaulton's gonna return in a new challenging version of the 8-player raid. There's gonna be 2 versions of Vaulton Extreme. There's normal at item level 1580 and hard at item level 1620. With greater challenge comes greater rewards though. There's gonna be some cool first-time rewards, first-time clear rewards that are gonna be given upon clearing 2 gates, along with rewards as you re-clear. Each roster can enter the raid once every 2 weeks. One kind of cool thing is that gold can be obtained regardless of whether or not the character is designated to earn gold or not. So you can play it on your main or whatever character you want, regardless if you have that set as a gold earner for the week. So the reward opportunity is going to reset every 2 weeks, and the rewards can be claimed on kind of this cadence. So from February 7th after the maintenance to February 21st before the next maintenance, and then repeating that cycle for the next couple weeks. We have from February 21st to March 6th, and then March 6th to March 20th. You're going to be able to enter the Legion raid from the Demon Beast Commander Vaulton entry UI by clicking the Extreme button, and then we've added the corresponding Party Finder sections to the UI as well. Another interesting thing about this version of Vaulton is when a gate has been cleared, players can reset the progress by using the gate reset feature. And when a gate is reset, all progress on gate 1 is reset, and the player can either select a different difficulty and try the raid again, or players can enter the raid with a different character. I'm personally super excited. I think Vaulton is still one of my favorite Legion raids. Just that feeling of trying to stay alive as the arena gets smaller and smaller and you're trying not to get knocked off. I'll never forget my Vaulton Prague experience. I had so much fun with it. So I'm excited to be able to play it a few more times, and earn some cool rewards for the next couple weeks and kind of have that throwback and nostalgia to the first Legion raid. I think it's a fun time to bring it in, since this month is all about celebrating the community and looking back on some of the cool moments we've all had together since we launched Lost Ark in the West. So the big section for this patch notes is going to be the events. Like I said earlier, this month is all about celebrating the community and giving some cool rewards to players. And one of the best ways of doing that in Lost Ark is through some special events. So we're going to cover, first off, a few of the things that are ending with this update, and then launch into all of the new stuff coming. So here's a few notes. The Freya Island event is going to draw to a close with the February update. So a new daily login reward track and new Fever Time events have been added in that include some special 2nd anniversary rewards. Also, the daily playtime rewards are going to continue until February 28th. And then we're going to talk about a bunch of different special anniversary events, but before we dive in, I just want to say there's a new event shop that has a bunch of tabs in it. So when the update drops, explore those different tabs and kind of figure out where you can get some of those rewards from. We'll cover that below, but just want to say there's going to be a bunch of tabs in there. One for tokens that come from the Arcasia Festival, and there's going to be 2 tabs for that, one for the general rewards of all the progression items, and another tab that has the special rewards. And then on top of that, there's going to be a tab for the Twinkle Twinkle shop, which is the Golden Frog. So let's go over some of those events now. So the first big event is going to be the Arcasia Festival. Players are going to be able to take part in celebrating Lost Ark's 2nd anniversary at the festival, and every 2 weeks there's going to be new quests for players to participate in, keeping things fun and fresh as you earn tokens to trade in for valuable rewards. So the first 2 weeks are going to be the What I'm Looking For, which is where you find items matching random buffs appearing overhead in the event. 3 types of random buffs are going to spawn at any one time, and players can find the identical items to acquire points. So the next 2 weeks after that, starting on February 21st, are going to be the Run Pinata Run event, where players participating in the event will turn into a giant pinata and race against each other. It's going to start off with a brief introduction about the controls, and then from there, use the skills provided in order to get first place in the race. The final 2 weeks of the event, starting on March 6th, are going to be the Break the Gourd and a Heart Full of Love event. In the Break the Gourd event, players can use Naughty and Nice pinata candy to break the gourd, as long as you do it in time, to get second anniversary tokens. And then after that, you can gather around to celebrate the second anniversary of Lost Ark together through some fun and special interactions. And all players who participate will receive the tokens as rewards. So let's talk a little bit about the rewards. You're going to be earning event tokens like in previous events in Lost Ark, and you can earn those by clearing Chaos Dungeons or Guardian Raids, from daily playtime rewards, and also from participating in the events. There's going to be a ton of the standard Lost Ark event rewards like progression, honing materials, card packs, but we've also included some really special things. You're actually going to be able to get a set of the Providence and Unity skins. We'll have those showcased a little bit later in the video if you want to see the cosmetic showcase, but they're really cool and I'm super excited to get my hands on some of those skins. So in addition to the Arcasian Festival event, we have a brand new event in the West, which is going to be called the Birthday Bash event. So this is going to be a special one that takes players on a trip down memory lane from the last year and leads them toward earning some cool rewards by re-experiencing those iconic pieces of Lost Ark content that have released over the last year. We really hope that this event is going to help players progress towards some upcoming content like Thamine in a few months, or help players that are still working to catch up to Voldis and other existing content. But we really wanted to give some special rewards and celebrate the community with this event. In the Birthday Bash event, players are going to complete missions in Belshazzar hard mode, Kaingal hard mode, Akan normal and hard mode, and then Ivory Tower of Chaos normal and hard mode. And then also from completing Chaos Dungeons and Guardian Raids. You're going to be able to earn honing materials, gold, cards, card XP, accessories, ability stones, and amulets. Similar to previous events, the more gates you clear during the course of the event, the more missions you complete and rewards you'll earn. So should be a fun way of celebrating some of the cool raids that have released over the last year while earning some beefy extra rewards for doing so. So one of the final events, which we know players have been asking for, is going to be the reintroduction of the Golden Frog, or in-game the Twinkle Twinkle exchange shop. So it's going to be an event gold shop where players can exchange gold for valuable rewards such as honing materials, legendary engravings, card packs, and a ton more. Some of the packages that you buy will include a Toad token, which can be redeemed for additional special items. The Twinkle Twinkle shop will be included in the event shop category alongside the second anniversary event shop. And the Golden Frog or Twinkle Twinkle shop is going to stay in game until March. Another fun thing that you're going to see added into the game are the winning selections from the second anniversary loading screen art competition. We selected 3 winners who created some really cool community art, so keep an eye out for it after the update. Let's take a look at the 3 winners right here. There were a ton more awesome submissions, and picking the winners I know was super hard for the team. So if you're curious to see some more of the awesome art that was created, go take a look in the official Lost Ark Discord, because there's some really cool community stuff in there. All right, let's dive into the store updates. So we're gonna have the Providence and Unity skins, which were the recent cosmetics designed by the community in Korea. They're gonna arrive packaged, as I said, as the Providence and Unity skins, that are also going to include the Jalopy mount, the Moonfox pets, and the wallpaper Night of Glittering Memories. So you'll be able to celebrate the anniversary in style by picking some of those up from the event with the event tokens, and then also filling out your collection with any more that you'd want to purchase from the store as well. So let's take a look at all of those cosmetics. Awesome. I'm super excited for these skins personally. I think a ton of them are awesome. I really like a lot of the weapons in particular, so I'm excited to get the ones from the event store and then also pick up a few on the side. But those aren't the only cosmetics that are going to be coming this month. In Celebration, we know that some players missed out on some top skins from the last year or two, so we're super excited to bring in some vault skins that we know players have been wanting or looking forward to trying to pick up at some point, but may not even have been found on the auction house. So for the first 4 weeks, we're going to be re-releasing some fan favorite skins. You can hurry up and get your hands on them. They're only going to be available for that 1 week before they disappear back into the vault. Week 1 is going to be the Midsummer Nights series, which were the 2022 swimsuit skins. Week 2 is going to be the Festival and Ball series, which were the 2022 holiday skins. And week 3 is going to be the Neon Wingsuit series. And then we're capping it off with week 4 is going to have the Wave, Sand, Wind, and Beach swimsuit series, which were the 2023 swimsuits. And then the Midnight Summertime series, which was the special Korean 2023 swimsuits that we brought over simultaneously. All right, and a few final general changes. We've also made improvements to decrease the short client freeze that could occur during login, server connection, and environment load. I'm personally excited for that change and fix. And then another change is going to be EAC-related server code has been updated to change the game access flow between character selection to game world entrance. Before, if EAC authentication had not been done during the character selection, the game client would shut down. Now, if the authentication has not been done during character selection, players are just going to be returned to the server selection screen, so you don't have to go through that boot up sequence. And the last change is going to be the purchase limit for the level complete pack, the level 50 ones, has been changed from roster bound to account bound. And that wraps it up for the changes arriving in the 2 Extreme update. Well, that wraps up the details in the 2 Extreme update. And it has been a crazy 2 years already. It's flown by for me personally. We have a lot of passion on our side. I personally have a ton of passion for the game, working on it and also feeling like a member of the community and getting really excited for these updates coming into the West. We really want this to feel like a celebration and sharing some of that passion back with the community. We've had, some ups and downs over the last year and the last 2 years, but it's been a lot of fun and a really fun journey. And we're super excited to, make this month feel like a community celebration. We don't want it to feel like we're just throwing ourselves a birthday party. We want to, share in this with the community. And, a lot of us are, like myself, members of that community as well, who are, avid players and fans. So Should be a lot of fun, and we're super excited to celebrate with you. And we'd also just, love to thank the community for everything, for the passion, the support, the carrying our team members through raids without knowing it, all of that. It's been a lot of fun, and we're very appreciative of the feedback, the passion, and everything that the players do for the game. It's been a lot of fun, and we're excited to see even more coming forward. So for the community question this month, which character are you going to redeem your free Unity and Providence skins on? There's so many cool ones. It's going to be a tough decision, but we want to know which ones you think are the coolest, or which ones you're planning to redeem. For me personally, it's a tough choice. I think I'm going to go with my Glavier. I main swapped to it a couple months ago and need to build up my skin collection, so I think that's where I'm going, but I'd love to hear from you what you're planning on using it on. As always, if you could like and subscribe to the video, it's super helpful. Just lets us know that we're headed the right direction with this type of community content and that you enjoyed it, that we should keep doing it. And as always, if you want the full patch notes or want to read through them, make sure to check out the Play Lost Ark website, where you can find all of that written out. You also might want to head back there in a day or two for a special anniversary article that might have the details for a special surprise for all the players coming. So I'll leave you with that little teaser, and in the meantime, I'll see you in Arcasia.